Hello! Today I thought I would take some time to film my piercings and tattoos video of describing which ones I have and kind of why, maybe. Got on my coconut water. Yeah, stay hydrated. So I could start with piercings, I suppose. I'll just go in the order I got them. Try to make this snappy. But, yeah. I'll start with my ears. Maybe not the order I got them, but, like, parts of my body. You know what? I'm gonna go with the flow. That's what I'm gonna do here. Alright. Used to be able to see these more. My hair has grown out slightly. I used to just have, like, super short hair. But that's beyond the point here. So I have these stretched to a 9/16. I know it's an awkward size, but honestly, it's a comfortable size for me. I honestly think this size looks perfect. And I don't really feel like going up, so I'm just gonna get jewelry whenever I can. To be honest, though, I really don't switch out these ever. These are the same ones I first put in when I stretched up to this size. So, they're fine. They're hanging out. They're just like cubic zirconia, and they're tunnels, and they screw on. So, got that. Then I have like 1, 2, 3 like regular ear piercings. I'm wearing different types of jewelry in each one. I don't have a fancy camera, so if this is not focusing, I apologize. And then I have my cartilage pierced, and I have a chain that goes between it. It doesn't actually hurt. People think that it would, but unless I sleep on it funny, I avoided sleeping on the side for a few years, honestly, because I was paranoid that it was going to hurt, and it did because I pierced my cartilage myself, which, let me tell you right now, never do that no matter how tempting. Even if you get a cartilage piercing done professionally, it's still one of the most painful piercings you can get, even though it's your ear. So I would just suggest against that and not bother to do it yourself to save some money or whatever it is you're trying to do. I just knew my parents wouldn't let me, so I did it myself. I was bored and it was raining, and it healed several years later. I can actually sleep on this. I had to, and I still do because of a tattoo that I got on this shoulder, so I was used to sleeping on this side. Anyway, that's my right ear. Everything's flipped because of my webcam, so. And my other ear actually just has like one regular that I switch this out usually with a feather or something. I'm wearing this one today. And then this one. I lost a gem, guys. I'm really sad. Okay. Gonna mourn the loss of that. Then I got my lip pierced. It's a 16 gauge. I forget what type of metal this is. But it's like titanium is the best kind of metal to use. And this is like on par with titanium. It starts with an N. I really don't know. I should have looked that up beforehand. I don't really think you care, though, because you can wear anything you want it. I just like this because it's a segment ring. It doesn't have the little ball. That thing honestly got so annoying. I had one with a ball, and I got a piece of mall jewelry, which I guess my body doesn't handle very well. This one that I'm wearing in my cartilage is a captive bead ring, and I got that from the mall, but I guess it's fine. I mean, just in the lip area, I did it for a costume, and no matter how hard I tried, how many times I'd clean it or not clean it or do whatever, it always got like gross and shit was like coming out of it. So if I was to suggest anything like lip piercings or piercings that are in general around the mouth area, I would tend to get like a titanium or whatever good metal, not like cheap mall jewelry, because honestly it wasn't worth it. As soon as he put this one in, my piercer, I've not had a problem with it. So, and I've gone drinking. I've done all the things that could possibly screw up your lip piercing, and I haven't screwed it up. So I'm really happy about that. Then I think I got my nostril. This one here. It's also titanium for the metal, but that I forget what kind of stone it is. It's purple, and it's a real gemstone. And granted this is bigger than most people get their nostril, but I really like the color. See how purple it is? Purple's my favorite color. Ooh, not my nose. Okay. Anyways, so I got that done. And then I have my septum. There it is. It's tiny and adorable. I can get rid of it if I want, but I don't want to right now, so. That's my most recent piercing, probably like a month ago, a week, I don't know. Somewhere around there, like 4 weeks ago. And it actually, now that I've talked about all of my piercings, I can talk about like pain and stuff. Honestly, going into my septum, I thought it was going to be really painful, or at least just uncomfortable. I've had really bad allergies on and off throughout my life. When I was younger, I took medication for it. I don't anymore because it's not really that bad. But if I'm cleaning or something, I'm really allergic to dust. And my nose will run. Like, run. And I have to blow it a lot. And really, unfortunately, when I got my nostril done, the day after I got it done, I got sick. And I mean, like, flu/cold sick. And I was blowing my nose constantly. The piercing itself, like, kind of hurt a little bit, but not too bad. What sucked is the fact that I got sick after I got it done, and then I was healing a brand new piercing, and there was just, like, it was gross, guys. I just had to clean it, like, 50 billion times a day. Not the sea salt soaks, I only did those twice, but honestly, like, nothing bad happened to it, which I am shocked about. So, I guess I'm really lucky there. And so that's why I was a little bit concerned before I got my septum, because I was like, I already have a nose piercing. I have to deal with 2 like pieces of metal in my nose every time I blow my nose, which typically just like when I get up in the morning, I'll sneeze or something and then I have to wipe my nose, or if I cry, my nose will run. And I was just really paranoid. I was like, how in the world am I going to blow my nose, guys? Like, and I can actually blow my nose completely regularly. Like, everything, I can just move it around. Like, I know that's gross that I'm, like, touching my nose, but I can literally, like, pick at my nose. It doesn't do anything. I haven't even had it that long. But I try not to touch the actual, like, site of the piercing itself. And, so if that's something you're worried about, it's not bad. The nostril was worse than the septum pain-wise. Honestly, the septum was probably the least painful piercing I've ever had. Both doing it and healing-wise, basically didn't even know it was there. I mean, if I accidentally hit the nose, like my nose really hard, like that, for the first, like, 2 days, it kind of just, like, did that thing where it kind of burned a little bit, like, on impact, but it was fine. Like, even when I knocked it, like, I knocked it all the time, and it was alright. And I clean it. It's pretty easy. I just, like, stick 2 little pieces of tissue paper right up in the little spot right there. And it's been fine. Honestly, I don't even know what's there. You'd think that you'd feel it, but you don't. So, I'm really glad about that. My lip, I originally got it pierced with a post. And that's annoying because it has to be healed with a larger post, so it's pierced with a longer size, and then it gets hooked behind your teeth every time you open your mouth, every time you yawn, every time you take a bite of food. It's a pain, but I made it through. And once it's healed, I honestly like this better. I really love my lip piercing just because the place I went to get it pierced at and the guy who did it knew what he was doing. And they always say that this will wear away your teeth and gums. I did a lot of research on that before I got my lip pierced because I was really afraid of it hurting my teeth or something. And it didn't. I've had it pierced since I was 17. I'm 22. And I have never had any dentist tell me that anything's wrong with any part of my teeth. Like, it's flawless. It's flawless. And I'm just so happy with it. It makes my heart happy. Anyway, the thing is, when you change to a ring from post, you basically have to relearn how to eat and talk. It's really awkward. There's still certain words that when I say them, like F, like, like the letters, I forget what letters now, like F is definitely one of the letters. And depending on certain words are harder to say or pronounce, yeah, I have to like try harder. It could just be because I'm weird. Fine. But My nose is running. Yeah. It's, you basically have to relearn how to eat and talk. Even though I'd had it for years, I didn't change it to a ring until like a year ago. Or probably less. It's not even been a year. I got it changed in January, and it's August now, so. I mean, it's fine. It didn't take that long to adjust, but the first like week was really awkward. I was like, what am I doing? How am I even going to take a bite of food? So, but now I can. So, we're all good there. I don't even notice it's there. Anyway, so that is my piercing. That is my piercings. You know what I'm saying. I don't have bad grammar, I promise. And, for the longest time, I didn't ever think I'd get my septum pierced. I didn't think I could pull it off. And, because I wanted it to be tiny like this. But, you know, when some people get it pierced, it, like, comes, like, all the way down here. It looks really awkward. I was like, I really hope my nose doesn't do that. And, he kind of freaked me out when I went to go get it done. Because apparently my septum's a bit crooked. Naturally, it's like, we could pierce it, it could be fine, or it could be completely off, but we won't know until we do it. And I'm like, so we went ahead and did it, and it was fine. So, I'm really happy that it turned out alright. But the piercings that I have is actually, like, goes with, like, one of my tattoos. It's because of, Girl with the Dragon tattoo, Lisbeth Salander. She has these exact same piercings. She also has her eyebrow pierced. But I'm also going to try to get a job, and this one you can hide, and usually they're fine with, like, small nostril piercings. I don't know what I'm going to do about my lip. I'm going into creative fields, so maybe they'll be okay with it, but I'm not entirely sure exactly. I just don't think an eyebrow piercing would help in my job search. Plus, so I'd have to heal another piercing, and I'd just rather not. Plus, it's fine. I look enough like her anyway. These are the exact piercings she has. And I'm talking about in the American movie. So, in the end, it's a book character, so it's kind of up to interpretation anyway. But I just like looking like her as much as possible. So that's why I have my hair, like my bangs cut super short like that. I'm waiting for these pieces to kind of grow out longer. Anyway. But I'm not bleaching my eyebrows because that'll be terrifying. So, I'll never really look like her. Anyway, so now move on to my tattoos. And, I guess I'll go in order. The first tattoo I ever got was this sparrow right here. Let me try to zoom on in. Oh, in case you're wondering where I got my piercings done, Diablo Rojo here in Austin, Texas, which is where I live. So if you know where that is, cool. If not, kind of sucks. I can put a link to it. But they're really good. I definitely go there. And they're, okay, so going back to my tattoos. This is a sparrow that I got when I graduated from high school because we had a really strict dress code and everything. And, so when I graduated, I got the sparrow for, like, a symbol of freedom from all that. I didn't really like my high school, so free! I really only know about 2, maybe 3 people from my high school still. So, okay. Then I got, okay, well, it's going to be backwards, but it's on my wrist. It's really awkward to show this. It says Believe, which I got it done by the same artist, and it was because I really, like, I go back and forth because of my anxiety disorder and OCD. I go back and forth between having really good self-esteem and really shitty self-esteem, and so I'll hit moments in my life where I just don't believe in myself. I don't believe I'll ever amount to anything, which I know is not true, but it seems that way sometimes. So I just have Believe here to remind myself to believe in myself and believe in a good future and things like that. It sounds really cliche, and a lot of my tattoos are things that everyone has, but it doesn't bother me because I like them, so. After that, I got these 3 cherry blossoms, and those are for the 3 closest members of my family. So I really like those. And let's see. After that, I initially wanted my tattoo to be here in this spot, but my artist was like, well, think about it. It'll be harder to cover up for jobs, but in the end, I really wanted this, and I've always loved roses, so I got a rose tattoo, and I'm a huge comic book and anime nerd, so actually, I go to conventions like Comic-Con, you know, I don't know what level people watching this video are in terms of that, but it's a convention here in Austin and happens every year. This rose is directly taken off of the back of the IckyCon program. There was like a Star of Texas Tattoo Fest being advertised, and I legitimately just traced it, and I was like, this is what I want in that color. So, it's really funny. I was getting another tattoo, and I was at this shop I totally didn't even know. And I look up, and they have art all over the walls. And so they had all those ads for those tattoo conventions. And I look up, and my rose is like staring at me. I'm like, look, there it is! It was really funny. But yeah. So I guess it has just a lot of meanings. It just reminds me of things, and I just like it. So, what is going on here? Okay, so that's those. And then my last, most recent tattoo, I'm going to try to get it on camera here. It's kind of cray. Because I can't see what I'm doing. It's on my back, right? Okay. I'm getting naked. There. It's my dragon tattoo. And, if I get close and not have my earring in the way, I have no idea what you're actually seeing. But it's the actual one she has in the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo movie, the American version, in the same spot. It's about the same size. That's the thing, is like for sizing, it depends on which part of the movie, since hers isn't real, she doesn't actually have that tattoo. For some of the movie posters, they make it bigger. But in like one of the scenes that you see her back clearly and stuff, it's almost this size anyway, and it just works the best at this size on my back. So I'm pretty excited for that to be canon, and so I can basically be her in everyday life, and I'm really excited. I have her hair, her piercings, and her tattoo. She has other tattoos in the movie, but that's the main one. I'm not going to get the other ones because I don't really want to. So there you go. Those are my tattoos. And the reason I got that one is because that is like my favorite movie of all time. She is my favorite character of all time. I'm just obsessed with Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, Elizabeth Salander, especially the Rooney Mara version of her. And you know, I just had to be the character. That's what I am. Anyways, so I got that, and a lot of, like, I went and got it quoted at a bunch of places, and some of them told me like up to $500, which I had researched before how much something like this is supposed to cost, and they said $500 for it being like on your entire back. And mine's, I mean, it's a decent size, but they told me $500 and they'd have to simplify the design, which I was really like, no, I want it to be just like hers. So I found the artist who did my rose, finally, which he's amazing, and he did it for $300 and with the amount of detail that I originally wanted. So, girl, don't even think you're gonna cheat me. Like, what the hell are they thinking? I'm walking in there, I have tattoos. Do they think that I won't know that they're trying to cheat me out of my money? I don't know, but in any case, I got what I wanted, and it's identical, so I'm really excited, you guys. Like, after I got it done, I looked in the mirror, I'm like, ah! Like, the entire place was like, you okay, friend? I'm like, yeah. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm awesome. Just back up. Anyways. Yeah, I'm getting real sassy right now. As far as pain level and amount of time they took and pricing, this one was $100. I think this one was about $100 plus tip. For me, the further it got into your arm, the more painful it was, but those took about an hour, hour and a half at most. My wrist did not hurt at all. That took like 15, 20 minutes. The one on my back, the dragon, took about 2 hours and 40 minutes. And I think I took 2 breaks because the artist wanted to, because it's a really detailed piece. I was honestly fine up until the last 10 minutes when I started re-going over certain parts, and I was just like, really? I'd been sitting there for a long time. Honestly, the position I was sitting in was just hurting my ass and my legs, and I was like, can I stop sitting here? So, like, the last 10 minutes got to me pretty hardcore. Like, I think it's just because I'd been there for so long. But anyway, and that was $300. So compared to the other ones, like, that was a really good deal. But yeah, those are my piercings and tattoos. This video is 20 minutes long, so I'm going to say good.